1600 meters. Just to get his head twisted in the right direction. Stardom has hit the lever and they're on their way from the 1600 meter marker. Aurora Australis was slow to go, so was King's Cove as they settle down to race. Then Biker Babe. Stand By Me, the first out. Class of 8 is right there. Gentleman's Way is back in third position. Then comes Arrow's Mark. They are followed by Puccini. Sea Sponge races about 5 or 6 lengths off them. Then comes Amazing Satcho. Aurora Australis is further back with Lines of Control. Then Forceful Rush, King's Cove. They're really well stretched out, 15, 16 lengths off them as Stand By Me gone too quick. Leads it by 6 or 7. In second is Class of 8. Gentleman's Way is back in third. Arrow's Mark's in fourth position. Then comes Sea Sponge as they move towards that 600 meter region. Further back in the run on the move is Puccini, and then comes Amazing Satchmo. On the outside of that one, Aurora Australis, King's Cove. Top of the lane, Stand By Me there by 5 lengths. Back in second position is Class of 8. Stand By Me's in trouble though. Gentleman's Way comes out for a run. Arrow's Mark's on the inside. Puccini comes out for a run, and then behind that one, Lines of Control as they come to the 200. And it's Gentleman's Way the leader. Arrow's Mark's on the inside. Puccini, King's Cove's running on from nowhere. Coming to the last 100 though. Gentleman's Way the leader. Arrow's Mark's trying to close it down. Gentleman's Way from Arrow's Mark, and that's how they'll stay. Gentleman's Way, Arrow's Mark, third place, Sea Sponge. King's Cove's involved with Line of Control, and Stand By Me's pulled out the race. Number 4, Gentleman's Way, the Path Fork.
The horse's name is Gentleman's Way. He's a son of Pathfork from the Dennis Bosch stable. We're going to get the winning rider, Luke Ferraris, Dennis Bosch and the team to come through. Luke, if you want to come through, if you're there. Luke's going to come and have a chat with us and tell us a bit more about Gentleman's Way. And obviously, he's a horse that you got to work with, and a lot of time goes into this fella.
Yeah, Mr. Peters, you know, he's got his quirks with the pens. But, you know, I don't honestly think he's dilly. I think he's just full of himself. He's naughty. You know, when you do reprimand him, he does respond. But yeah, that's his biggest hurdle in the pens. And then, once we got after that, it was, you know, pretty plain sailing. The pace was on. And yeah, the top of the straight gave me a lovely kick all the way to the line, and he won a good race. So big thank you to Mr. Bosch, to Mr. and Mrs. Pile for their support. Yeah, I'm just glad he came home.
Well done.
Thank you. Another big thank you to my sponsors, Aventure, and to the Academy and Rider Masters. Thanks.
Let's get Dennis Bosch into the picture. He does all the hard work, and you got your team. I believe this is a horse who takes quite a bit of tender loving care.
Yeah, he's a bit naughty in the starting stalls, but let's first say to Mark and the starters and the people that work down there, it's good that they take a bit of time and a bit of effort, and they do. And sometimes people run them down, but they do a stern job when they get it, because this horse was close to coming out of the race. That could have cost the owner a winner. So well done to them, Mark especially. I think it was a good ride by the youngster. Huh?
They went a good pace up front.
I think, you know, it was the first time he was going into the mile, and he said to me, he asked for the ride, he said, Mr. Bosch, this horse will win. And he said this to me twice, you know, that skill is starting to come because he comes from a racing family, so he's feeling a horse that can tell you, you know, this horse is doing well, and he's pretty much on target already. So, you know, Luke has come a long way, you know, from the industry. And to the Piles, they just made it. They came down, they love their racing, so, and to the staff at home.
10 out of 10, well done.
Thank you.
Are the connections going to come through, the Pillets? Are they going to come and have a chat there before we give the winning groom his 1,000 Rand token? Let's get the connections through. Now, each and every time we see you, you're more and more ecstatic.
I am. I just made it like 40 minutes to get here. I was watching the speedometer and the time, and like, again, come on, push a little bit more. But I'm so glad it was worth coming down. Thanks to Dennis and Luke. He works on Gentleman's Way, our bulldozer, all the time. And I think he's got away with him now, I see. And I know he needs a little bit more schooling, you can see that. But I'm just so glad, and I hope I have some high expectations for him.
building towards Christmas period. You're getting all the winners, so all the best.
Thank you so much.
Super.
Thanks.
And then last but not least, the winning groom, Mabai Mzaba. Lushendran Govender, he's going to hand over the 1,000 Rand token, and then shortly we'll do a presentation for Puccini.